Welcome back to WTF Sports. It's time for that Bears video of the week. Now, I'm going to be discussing about how the Bears finally have a franchise QB and why Caleb Williams is not worthy of being given up on. And even though they haven't won these games, he's made as many efforts as he possibly could to win them. So, let's just hop right into it. So Caleb Williams this year already has the rookie record for passing yards for the Bears with 2,356. And he has an 84.9 rating over the entire year, 62% completion, 11 and 5 touchdown interception ratio. That's decent. And he's doing actually just as well as other rookie QBs that we talk about, like Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, and they haven't even had a bye week yet. So he could catch up to their stats because of their bye week. But these last two games, especially Thomas Brown has freed him up. He's looked really good in my opinion. He's kept the ball safe. And yeah, so he had against the Packers, he had 231 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So safe with the ball, but didn't score. A 95 rating and a 74.2 completion percentage. And he led some good drives in that game. Really, just the team let him down. I mean, game-winning field goal got blocked. So, what can you say? Always losing in a crazy fashion every week. If you're a Bears fan, I know I felt it. It's been bad, but against the Vikings, he's had 340 yards, which was his career high. No, second highest. His highest was against the Colts earlier this year, but uh, he balled out against a good defense. I mean, Brian Flores is a great defensive coordinator, and he tore him apart. So props to him. And he had a 2-0 touchdown interception ratio and a 103.1 rating and a 68.2 completion percentage and another field goal out block. So less points on the board than there should have been in that game, and really just disappointing. I mean, the Chicago Bears, they just find an interesting way to lose every week. I mean, they went into overtime, they had full momentum, they recovered an onside kick, and then he took a bad sack, and it was a rookie mistake, and but he had done everything to put them into that situation, which is what we're going to get to next, is who the real problem is with the Bears. Because let's be honest, is Caleb Williams a problem? No. He's been balling out these past couple weeks. He had game-winning numbers, but in two losses. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I don't know how you do that, but we're gonna hop right into Matt Eberflus. As a head coach, he knows he's fired. He knows he's fired. You can see it in his mannerisms. You can see it in press conferences. He just knows he's done. He's not going to have a place on the Bears past this year. And I think personally that it's possible that he gets fired like after a loss on Thursday. So if he does, then I call it here. But it's still unlikely because the Bears are the Bears and they don't like to fire coaches midseason. But yeah, I mean he just we had one thing that kept him with the job, and it was his defense. But the problem is that these past couple games, our defense was the problem, which is ridiculous considering our offense was the problem at first, and we were letting up little to no points. But now we're letting up 30 points, 29 points. I know 20 points is not a very high number, but they were letting up big pass plays left and right. And the secondary that we thought was really good has broken down over the past couple weeks, and it's been really disappointing. My standpoint is, why keep Matt Eberflus? We know how the rest of the season's gonna go, right? I mean, we're gonna lose, and we're gonna keep losing. because we have the worst head coach in the division. I mean, he's nothing compared to Dan Campbell. He's nothing compared to Kevin O'Connell, and he's definitely nothing compared to Matt LaFleur. So why keep him if we lose on Thursday? I mean, I understand keeping him this week because it's a short week, but you have plenty of time to prepare with a new head coach after Thursday for the next week. So I don't see why you keep him, especially if you lose. Even if you win, you shouldn't keep him. But if you lose, he needs to go. And I think that they need to give Thomas Brown a chance as interim head coach to regather the locker room. I mean, he's obviously regathered the offense. I mean, DJ Moore had 107 yards. He played incredibly against the Vikings a couple days ago, and so I mean, he's revived a few of these guys. They look a lot better on offense with Thomas Brown. I feel like he could have that effect with the entire locker room and hopefully revive their love for playing football, because you can just tell like they're angry. The team is angry. Like they're losing games consistently in ridiculous ways. Like they're tired of it. And that starts with the head coach. He's got to go. So, I mean, like I said, we have something to look forward to watching these next couple games. Caleb Williams has looked better every game which is 2 games since Thomas Brown has taken over, and I have a lot of hope for Thomas Brown and the future of the Bears. I mean, if you give him a shot to be the interim head coach and it's successful, I don't see how you can take him away from Caleb Williams. I mean, like Caleb has grown in these past couple of games with Thomas Brown, and if he keeps doing that the rest of the season, I mean, I feel like you have no other choice but to hire Thomas Brown as your head coach. Like to rip away his progression with and relationship with this guy would be ridiculous. And I think that I like Ben Johnson. I would love to have Ben Johnson, but if he's not available, then Thomas Brown would be the most likely head coach candidate for the Chicago Bears. So give him a shot right now. Give him like 5 games to prove that he can be a head coach and that he can regather a locker room and get a bunch of people behind him, and we'll see how it goes. But that's my opinion. I don't necessarily think that they'll fire Nat Eberflus, but do I think they should? Yes. So there's my opinion. I think that Caleb Williams is a franchise QB and we have a lot to look forward to in the future. But right now we have probably the worst head coach in the league. So that's what's holding us back, in my opinion. So yeah, if you enjoy this video, then like, comment, subscribe. Do it for the algorithm. Get us up there. I mean, I'm making these every week. I know I missed last week, but that was because I was suffering from a freaking game-winning field goal being blocked, and I was just not in the mood. So, but I will be in the mood in the future, and it's becoming normal. So I think I'll be used to it. And yeah, so look for another video next Wednesday. I'll have it out. Don't worry. It might even be sooner than that because we play on Thursday. But yeah, so see you in the next one. Later.